will present their paper entitled The Basis of Minimum Wages Determination for Worker in the Positive Law and Sharia. Okay, this is Siti Julaicha.
Yes.
Okay, yes, time is yours for 5 minutes to present your paper.
Okay, I will present of the basis of minimum wage determination for worker in the positive law and Sharia. Next. Hello.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
There is technical problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Introduction. Wage are rewards or results from the performance of the work, regarding which every employer should pay the minimum wage of workers the same minimum as the minimum wage. Next. A minimum wage setting requires a multidisciplinary study. Economic laws should be applied to the basic formula for calculating the minimum wage. Studies on other legal systems are also very much needed to form the basis for calculating the determination of the minimum wage. Next. Problems. The first problem is, what is the basis for setting the minimum wage in positive law in Indonesia? Second, what are the relevant Makasih Sharia principles in determining the minimum wage? Next, the method. This research is normative juridical with a statutory and comparative approach. Legal research that use an approach by examining all laws and regulations related to the problem or legal issue being faced both horizontally and vertically. Next, the discussion. The basis for the setting minimum wage in positive law in Indonesia. Second, the relevant Makasih Sharia principle in determining the minimum wage. Next, the basis for the setting minimum wage in positive law in Indonesia. Wage are remuneration for work or service provided by an entrepreneur to workers or employees based on an agreement, work agreement, or regulation, including the worker and family benefits. Income that can be used to meet the basic needs of workers and their families includes food, clothing, housing, education, health, recreation, and pension. Next. There are 7 groups with 60 components of the necessities of a decent life based on the decree of the Minister of Manpower and Transmigration number 17 of 2005, concerning components and implementation of achieving decent living needs, namely food and drinking, clothing, housing, education, health for health facilities, transportation, recreation, and savings. Next. Among the wage policies, there is a minimum wage, which is the wage received by workers whose working period is less than 1 year. Minimum wage is the lowest monthly wage determined by the governor as a safety net, which can be first, wage without allowance, or second, basic wage include fixed allowance. Next. The determination of the minimum wage must pay attention to the needs of a decent life, productivity, and economic growth. The minimum wage, which will be determined, is the same as the current year's minimum wage plus the multiplication of the current year's minimum wage and the sum of the current year's national inflation rate and the current year's gross domestic product growth rate. The minimum wage calculation formula is, as you can see on the screen, and there is the determination information, of the formula. Next, entrepreneurs who are unable to pay their workers with the minimum wage can submit a postponement of the implementation of the minimum wage to the governor. There are sanctions.
Okay, Miss, I'm so sorry, 1 minute left.
Okay, can we move to the relevant Maqasid Syariah?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Maqasid al-Syariah is a definite general principle of Sharia and is the basis and goal in every legal determination. Next. Hifz al-Din. Religion must be preserved from threats and damage caused by human action that want to destroy it or who want to mix it up. The truth of religious teachings with various heresies or which want to eliminate religious teachings by inviting as many people as possible to leave the commands and carry out its provision. And then there is Hifz al-Din, Hifz al-Naf, caring for the soul based on the level of importance. Hifz al-Nasab, laws governing marriage and forbids fornication. Hifz al-Aqls, intellect, an important element in humans that distinguish it from other creatures. Hifz al-Mal, or preserving property. And we will come to the conclusion part.
Okay, Miss Siti Julaicha, I'm so sorry because time is up.
Okay.
This is very interesting paper because you compare between positive law and Sharia law.
Yes.
And you're looking for justice between us, between the regulation. So, are there any questions from another participant? No? Okay. I see Mrs. Asri Wijayanti. I have her book. Good morning, Mrs. Asri Wijayanti.
Good morning, Miss Moderator.
Yeah, nice to see you. Finally, I know you. Okay. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi. Okay, now we will give you the certificate, virtual certificate, because you have presented your paper.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, congratulations, Mrs. Siti Julaicha, as a presenter in this conference. And for another author, you will get a certificate also by filling the registration link. And I will share after this session. Okay, thank you very much. And now we are going to the third